Hi, and welcome to Yoga with Tim. Welcome to this full body yoga flow class, which is also day one of a 30-day challenge. If you're interested in joining the challenge, then I'm going to give you an option to sign up at the end of class so you can join me on it. Let's begin by connecting to the breath in child's pose. So as you come into child's pose, have your knees just wide enough for your ribs to fit in between. Stretch your arms forward as you let your hips relax back and down onto your heels. First, just start by observing your breath. Be a witness. Watch the breath roll in through the nose and out through the nose. So we're going to practice throughout this class only nose breathing. Now start to encourage slightly longer, fuller breaths. Keeping the body calm as you're breathing in, not straining or forcing, but allowing the breath to lengthen. Now it's important to remember during this challenge to just do what feels right for your body. If anything doesn't agree with you, you can skip it. No judgment. Do what works for you. Leave the rest behind. And we're going to use the breath, staying connected to the breath as you breathe in and out through your nose. Feel your hands rooting down into the ground, your arms stretch long. Hips reach back and down towards the heels. Feel now as you're holding in child's. As you exhale, you can let every drop of air out. And as you inhale, you can feel your ribcage expanding. Good. Now come up onto your hands and your knees. With your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips, round through your back. Spread your shoulder blades, press into the floor. As you inhale, come into extension, into a back bend. Flip the spine the other way. 3 more times, flow with your breath. Exhaling to round the spine and inhaling into the back bend. Good. Now come into neutral spine, and we're going to practice stretching into downward facing dog, our first down dog. So walk your hands a handprint forward, curl your toes, lift your knees, lift your hips, stretch your hips up and back. Root down through your hands. Lift up through the hips as you tip the ribs into your body. Stretch the upper thighs back and away. So in down dog, you're in an inverted V shape. Let the head relax, the neck stretch. Now look in between your hands and walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. As you inhale, bring your hands up to your shins, come up halfway, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, fold forward, let all the air out. Root down through your feet and roll yourself up slowly, one vertebra at a time. Stand tall in mountain. Join the palms together, and with the eyes closed, take a slow breath in through your nose, fill up your lungs. And let it all the way out. Open your eyes and release your arms down at your side. Inhale, raise your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back, halfway up. Exhale, step your left leg back into a lunge, lower your knee down. Inhale, raise your arms up overhead. Exhale, pull your elbows into cactus position and back bend your upper back, lift your heart up as you roll your buttocks under. Inhale, reach the arms back up. Hands come down to the mat. Curl your toes under. Step back into downward facing dog pose. From downward facing dog, press your right big toe mound down into the ground and raise your left leg up behind you. Step your foot all the way up. Inhale, come up onto your fingertips, lengthen. Exhale, step your back leg forward and fold. Roll yourself up to stand. Spread your arms out to the side, turn your palms up as you reach. Exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, come up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Step your right leg back into a lunge, lower the knee down. Roll your right buttock down as you lift up through your belly and raise your arms up. Exhale, pull into cactus and lift up through the front of the spine. Inhale, reach arms back up. Hands come down to the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Reach down evenly into your hands and breathe. So in each of these poses, we want to feel a balance between effort and surrender. Effort to stretch the arms and lift the hips up and back so you're not just sinking into your hands. But then there's a sense of ease, a sense of equanimity. Press your left big toe mound down and raise your right leg up as you inhale. Exhale, step your foot up to your hand. Inhale, come up into lengthen, reach your heart forward. Exhale, step forward and fold. Roll yourself up. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Plant your hands, step back into a plank position. Instead of plank, you can hold with knees down, otherwise holding in plank. Hollow out through your front body, lift up through your front, resist gravity. Press the floor away from you, reach from your shoulder blades into your hands. Breathe through your nose. So we hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now your call, knees down or not, lower all the way to your belly. If you're strong in your upper body, you can keep the legs straight. Otherwise, with knees down, slowly control your chest all the way to the ground. As you inhale, press the tops of the feet down and roll your heart forward. As you exhale, roll your heart down and press up and back. Let's go back into a child's pose. So remember, child's pose here is available to you whenever you feel like you need a break or a pose isn't working for you. You can just drop back into child's and reconnect to your breath. So let's come back into downward facing dog now. And from down dog, raise your right leg up behind you as you inhale, keeping your core and ribs connected. Step your foot up by your thumb. Now bend your back knee and lower it just an inch or two above the ground. Come up into crescent lunge. Feel your right heel bone. Feel your back ribs lift up off of your buttocks as you reach up through your triceps and pinky finger side of the hand. Breathe through your nose. Feel the heat building in the body. Bring the hands back down to the mat. Let's step back into the plank position. The knees down or not, your call. Lower slowly all the way the chest to the ground. Inhale into cobra pose or upward facing dog. Exhale, child's or down dog. And coming to dog if you're in child's. Raise the left leg up as you inhale. Step your foot all the way up. Lower your back knee just an inch or two above the ground. Inhale, raise your arms up. Feel your left heel bone. Feel your back ribs tall as you reach through the pinky finger side of your hand. And then come back to your breath, like from the beginning of class. So as you exhale, can you feel the breath go all the way out? And as you inhale, see if you can feel the full expansion of your ribs, the full 360-degree expansion, back, front, and sides. Feel the heat building, but stay calm, balancing the effort with the sense of surrender. Bring the hands back down to the mat, step back into plank. Lower down slowly all the way, chest to the ground. Inhale into cobra pose or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, stretch back. So that process of lowering into chaturanga, then going to up dog and back into down dog, in flow classes that's referred to as taking a vinyasa. So I might give you options to take a vinyasa throughout the challenge. If you want to add upper body strength, you can add those vinyasas or subtract them based on what you feel is appropriate for your level. Step your right foot again. And this time, turn your back heel down onto the ground. Hug your right hip back into the midline. As you press through your right heel, come up into warrior one pose. Bring your hands to your heart. Turn to your left. And then open up your arms, warrior two. Look down at your right knee, and as you exhale, tip from your pelvis, bring your forearm to your thigh or knee tracking over the ankle. Take your left arm over your ear now. As you reach to your back heel, press into the floor, stretch past your fingertips. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Flip your right palm up, reach your right arm up, reverse warrior. Bring your hands down to the mat, step back into a plank position, lower all the way down onto your belly. Inhale into cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Step the left foot all the way up. Turn your back heel down for warrior one. Inhale, come up. Now open up to your side for warrior two. Tip from your pelvis out over your left thigh. Bring your forearm down. Check to see your knee is tracking over your ankle, and take your right arm all the way over your ear. Breathe through your nose. Inhale, come back up into Warrior Two. Flip your palm, reverse warrior. Bring your hands down to the mat. Step back into plank pose. Lower all the way down onto your belly. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look between your hands. Step, walk, or hop to the front of your mat. As you inhale, come into a flat back, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bow forward. Now drop your hips into chair pose. Sit the hips deep, raise your arms up. Stand and bring your arms to your side. With your palms together now, close the eyes and go inward. Notice the shift in energy from the beginning of class. So just notice if you feel energized, can feel the life force energy, the prana moving through the body. Notice if you feel more connected, calm. And if it's a little easier to be in the body and to be present now as you feel more connected. So these are the reasons we keep coming back to our practice. Open your eyes, release your arms, fold forward, step back, down dog stretch. Now set your knees down. We're going to make our way to seated. Lie down onto your back and come into bridge pose. Lift your hips up. Press your upper arm bones down and feel your glutes turn on. The backs of the legs turn on. Lower your hips back down. Take a breath. And then lift back up. Reach the buttocks towards the backs of the knees. Reach the knees away. And release, lower yourself down. Good job. Stretch your left leg out along the floor. Hug your right knee into your chest. Then open your right arm out to the side and twist. Take the knee over to the left. Knee back to center. Hug in one more time. And release. Change legs. Hug the left knee in. Keep your right toes pointed up. Reach to the foot like it's pressed against the wall. Open your arm out to the side and take the knee over to the right. When we're doing these deep stretches at the end, feel that you can relax into the stretch. Let the breath be slow and steady. Bringing you back to center and hug in one more time. Just notice if it feels like there's more freedom now. And then stretch your legs out for Shavasana, corpse pose. Turn your palms up at your side and let your feet fall open. Now let's start to scan the body. So let go of the tension in your feet and in your legs. Let the legs drop. Let go of any tension in your hips and in your abdomen. Let the pelvis drop. Empty the hands. Let the arms relax. Let the shoulders drop. Let go of any tension in the ribs and in the chest and the throat. Let the heart melt. As you let go of the tension in your face and the muscles of your face, completely surrender. As we connect inward to the inner witness here, watching the body, experiencing breath and letting go. As we surrender and let the heart open. Now let's bend the knees and roll to your side. Press yourself up to seated. Join your palms together. Thank you. Namaste. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me for day one of the challenge. If you would like to take the challenge, I'm going to ask you to do a couple of things. First, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. You can do that below. And if you enjoyed the class, you can hit the thumbs up button. Also, you'll need to sign up for the challenge. You can do that by clicking the link in the description or in the first comment, or you can just go to my website and click 30-day challenge, but I'll include those links below. When you sign up for the challenge, I'm going to send you a link so that you'll get access to a list of all the classes so you won't get off track. If you get confused, where's the next day, it will be in that list so you won't fall off. Next thing I'm going to ask you to do is to invite a friend or two or three to join you on the challenge. When we have the accountability and a sense of community practicing something new, it can help us to feel more enthusiastic about it and accountable to keep showing up for the full 30 days. Again, thank you so much for joining me. And if you have any questions, drop them below. And also, let me know if you've already been practicing yoga or if you're brand new to yoga in the comments below. I'm interested. You could tell me how many years you've been practicing, or if you're new, let me know. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.